and welcome in to our first episode of the Coaches Show for 2025. I'm joined by head football coach Sam Bauman, entering year number 4 at the helm for the Tomcats. Coach, college football is officially back. Just how does it feel to be back on the field with the team with game day just one sleep away?
Yeah, it's been great. It's been a fun camp. We've definitely been able to do a lot of football, which has been a blast. Coming from really 9 months without it, so it's been fun. Guys are working hard, and I'm excited to finally get out there and get to play a little bit here Friday night.
Back-to-back 3-7 seasons for you guys, but we talked at the end of last season. You said the record doesn't really tell the entire story, but you also said you saw lots of improvement, but you guys want a lot more this year. You mentioned, like you just mentioned, a really fun fall camp. What have you seen so far that gives you encouragement heading into this season?
I just like the way these guys compete. I think we've been able to recruit to raise the level of talent, and now it's about kind of learning how to win down in, down out, and playing sound football for a full 60-minute game rather than playing spurts of it. And I think that's really an area that we have to grow on, we have to improve on, and if we're able to do that, I think the sky's the limit for this roster.
Getting into that roster now, your captains for the year on the offensive side, DJ Logan. On the defensive side, Jake Badger. Obviously, those are team voted, but just what do these players mean to this year's roster?
Yeah, I think on both sides of the ball, they're kind of an extra coach on the field, an extra coach on the sideline. They've just been great leaders. They've really represented, Thiel, their side of the ball, how we want to play really, really well. I'm excited. They both worked really hard and are improved from last year. So I couldn't ask for a better duo, to be quite honest. I wasn't sure if we were going to name more this fall camp, but really don't need them. They're the guys who really set the tone. They definitely lead the charge.
And now a couple key returners now on the offensive end. Your 2 returning leading receivers from last year, Javier White and Adam Creas. How much can we expect their roles to expand here in 2025?
Yeah, I think both are guys who were new to the program last year. Javier transferring in, and Crease being a freshman. So we're hoping to see expanded roles with both those guys. I know for Javier, just being a little bit more involved in the offense rather than just being the primary special teams guy is exciting for him, and it's been great to see him really take some of that running back stuff and really run with it. And obviously, with him coming back as one of our leading receivers, he's done a really good job in the passing game as well. So able to lean on him. And then Adam has really matured. His body's developing. He's really coming into his own, and I'm really excited about him kind of mastering the offense a little bit better, being a better route runner, and using his length, his size to catch the football a little bit more consistently. So I think they both take a step forward for sure.
And now the big question on the offensive side of the ball, who can we expect to lead the offense out tomorrow night at quarterback?
Yeah, there are a transfer in from Siena Heights, Najir. We're excited about him. I think he had a really good camp, really strong arm, really pumped up about kind of what he's able to do, how he's able to do it. So excited for him to get the nod, and I think he's really come into his own, and the guys really rallied around him. You never know kind of how that works with guys coming in over the summer, but he really took charge and has done a really good job. So I'm excited to see him run with it.
All right, now moving on to the defensive side. A couple returners over there. Your sacks leader from last season, Alex Mittner, only a junior, and tackle for loss leader, 3.5 sacks, 5.5 tackles for loss in 2024. A couple other guys, Robert Dixie, Matt Jordan, Chris Bloomfield even saw some time at the end of last season. They contributed a bit. Where do they see a role in your defense this season?
Yeah, no, we obviously, both sides of the ball graduated a good amount, so it's going to be on guys to kind of step up. And but the good thing is it's not relying on freshmen. It's relying on guys who have done it. So with our defense, especially a lot of those, rising juniors are going to be called on to do some really good things. So I really like the way Mitt's kind of taking the reins as a not only a physical leader but a mental leader on the defensive line, that front 7 group. He's done a great job kind of setting the tone, how we practice, what things are about, and guys have really run with it. So I'm happy to see him be able to do that. And then on the back end, I think the guy who kind of leads the charge on that are both Pratt Jordan and Chris Bloomfield. I think they both have had really, really good fall camps. They both come in with at least a little bit of experience. Matt a little bit more than Chris, and both guys are kind of chomping at the bit to kind of set their mark on this defense.
And, to just top that all off, are there any other players stepping up this season that I might have missed that, didn't really see the field a ton in 2024, but are taking a big leap heading into this year?
I mean, we got a lot of guys who are kind of their roles expanding, so it's going to be fun to see who really steps up offensively. I think Dre Newton at the tight end spot is a guy we've been really happy with. Starting back in spring, he's really kind of from being a high school receiver to kind of changing his body the way he needs to be a college tight end. He's improved in the run game. He's still a threat in the passing game. So really, really happy with him. Really excited to see him in an expanded role. And then on defense, like I said, I think Chris is a guy who we're counting on to do some really big things there on the defensive side. So I think those two guys would kind of stand out for us.
Moving on to your coaching staff, really revamped the staff this year. I was doing some reading the other day. Full of experience at all collegiate levels, Division I, Division II, Division III, NAIA, you name it, they've done it. Even some of them that have experience with current NFL guys. Talk a little bit about your staff this year, just how they fit in with this team.
They've been great. I've really enjoyed working with these guys, from the coordinators down to, our student assistants. I think it's a really solid staff. It's a tight staff. It's a staff that kind of understands the work that it takes to be successful, enjoys the work, and is willing to put it in. So I've been really, really pleased with how we've done things. I think it's going to help us see better results on the field because I know we're well prepared and we're ready to go. And we've have guys who have been in a lot of different situations who are ready to adapt and grow based off what we're doing.
And now a new schedule format in the PAC. You're going to play 2 non-conference games this season with 8 PAC games. What does the opportunity to play outside of the PAC present?
It's fun. Getting to play someone from for both our non-conference from areas that our guys maybe aren't that familiar with, is going to be a cool challenge. So having a team from Wisconsin come out and compete against us week 1 is going to be fun, especially for me from being from the area. So I get to see some cities I recognize and some high schools that I maybe played against way back in the day. So that's pretty cool. And then going into week 2, going up to Detroit. I think that'll be a unique challenge. And again, we have a couple guys from Michigan, but for the most part, that'll be our first kind of travel to that area for a lot of guys. So it'll be a neat experience, but it's also football, and that's what we're here for. So we'll enjoy the little bit of difference, but football's football. We line up, we still play 11 on a side, and we're going to get after it.
Speaking of the non-conference schedule, Concordia, Wisconsin comes to town tomorrow night, the first ever meeting between the two schools. Game 1, under the lights, the entire landscape of Division III, the spotlight's on you guys on a Friday night. Just talk about the excitement around the locker room heading in.
Yeah, I mean, every week 1 game. I mean, we've had this circled since we ended the season last year, right? So it's one of those things where everyone's pumped up. It's cool that we get to go a day early. It's messing up my schedule, I'll tell you that much. I'm a creature of habit, so doing the stuff a day earlier has really kind of thrown me off. But we've adapted as everyone has to. But really good program coming in. A team that won 6 games last year, finished I think 3rd in their conference. So no easy task to go out there and have to earn a win. But I'm excited for the matchup, and I think we can match up pretty well with what they're trying to do. And if we execute at a high clip, it should be a fun afternoon for us, or evening.
Like you said, they went 6-3 a year ago, 5-3 in the NACC. They returned their leading rusher. They were a really rush-heavy attack last season. Caleb Espinoza, only a sophomore. Both of their quarterbacks from last season return, along with their SAC and TFL leader, who's also a sophomore, Jaden Lewis. A young team on both sides of the ball. They had a lot of freshmen that contributed, led in some statistical categories last season. Just what have you seen from them in film that catches your eye so far?
Not much, but because we don't have a ton of film on them, but from the little I've seen, they're really well coached. They're really good up front on both sides. They play hard. They're a physical football team. Like you said, I think they want to establish the run game, but I like their QB. I thought he had a really good scrimmage that we saw, and he can move the ball down the field a little bit as well. And then defensively, their front is good. Their linebackers play downhill, play fast, and they're not opportunistic on the back end. They created some takeaways. So, like I said, won't be an easy game by any stretch of the imagination. They're a team that's coming in with the same mindset as us. They just have to endure a 10-hour bus ride. So that's about the only difference. But it should be a really fun game, a unique challenge for us. I think we present some things that hopefully challenge them as well. So it should be a blast on Friday night.
And finally, Coach, just what can we expect to see from your guys tomorrow night?
Hopefully just really good, competent football. Being able to execute at a high level, playing fast, physical. That's really what we kind of preach. That's really what we're all about. And that's the mindset that I think both sides of the ball have really tried to instill in this camp is if we execute, if we play a physical brand of football, we're going to be pretty successful. So I think we've seen a lot of that in camp. I'm excited to see us kind of be able to do it under the lights and against a team in a little different shade of blue. So it should be a fun one.
Tomorrow night, the Tomcats take on the Concordia, Wisconsin Falcons. Kickoff slated for 6 o'clock p.m. under the lights of Alumni Stadium in Greenville. You can catch myself and still waiting on a color commentator. That might be a problem. Around 5:30 on WXTC 88.1 FM, Greenville, Pennsylvania, and a video live stream on the PAC Digital Network. Coach, thank you for your time today, and good luck tomorrow night.
Absolutely.